And keep me upright, guys. Like my old Twitch chat used to say, hey, keep your back straight. And it would give me like 5 more hours extra of streaming. Uh, yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna turn up the volume even more so I can just talk from back here. Am I hitting yellow? Is this loud on your ear? Yeah, as long as, yeah. Oh my god, it can be so much funnier now that I don't have to hold that mic. Watch this. Can you hear me? Use comedy to deflect. I'm kidding. Deflect. Yeah, right. That was. There's some truth to all jokes, not that one, bro. I was thinking of doing a pen catchers episode where we catch someone and I show up to the. You know how YouTubers have all done that? And best rapper, Zherka is hot as. Okay, mod him. That kind of. I like to see it when I start the stream. No, I don't talk to Jenna. I don't talk to any of the girls unless they make me money. You gotta work for me, darlings. Okay, what time is it for me? Someone give me the time. It says 9 a.m. here and 7. Yeah, it's 7. Whoa. Okay, I can see chat. I can read you guys. So we'll do me after you guys first. Because I used to do this thing that years ago where I ask what's going on in your guys' lives and I pick the most, the energy that's relatable, and then we all talk about it. And usually people start opening up and crying right now. So don't be afraid to, leak everything. I'm not using you, bro. This is like therapy. How to build financially starting from $100, take out a loan. By the way, taking out loans and being in debt isn't actually a bad thing if you have good ideas, right? Taking out loans when you're in like Cheezer or in that's different. We're going to talk about it, don't worry. Remind me, guys, because I don't pay attention unless you guys tag me on Twitter. Like, Zherka, don't forget to talk this. But it's like, yeah. And by the way, Jesus is God. I've been saying this for the last 8 months straight, and it's like, is anyone ever going to debunk us? This is just getting easier and easier. I was winning debates when I knew the Bible 5%, because I had read it, but I forgot. And now that I'm like 25% mastery of it, what happens when I 100% master the Bible? I'm literally going to be like the aggressive Christopher Hitchens of the other side, of the Christian side, not the, like, okay, I'm not going to lie, dude. I had a huge Christopher Hitchens phase when I was in high school. Most of you guys had it with your Hassan Piker and those as in your 20s, but I was into intellectual when I was a teenager. Even though I wasn't doing anything or reading books, I would always watch. Like, they were the first Jordan Petersons to me. And it was cool that he was counterculture back then. Because a lot of people say he'd be with Trump, and I don't know about that, bro. I don't know. When it's not like recently I watched Hitchens, but I just remember. And he gives me that feeling of like good content. Like, who's someone who gives you that feeling of they're great content, but you know at the end that they're retarded? For me, that's Hitchens. What about Serbs? I've never met a Serb that wasn't. Look, man, I'm not saying this because I'm Albanian. I'll talk about Albanians too. Let's say there's a lot of mafia, gangster, whatever. But I've never met a Serbian guy who wasn't a scammer, like straight up. Like, some of them can hide it for a few years and then they can fuck you over if they have your password to your shit. But Baby Nez is your friend? Well, no, she was the bottle girl. I was the bouncer. That was the relationship, and now we're creator friends. Yeah, I've never had a female friend. What's the point of that? And that's before I was red pilling at 20 years old, bro. Hard red, not fake red, like Myron. Like thoughts on HS on Misfits? Yeah, I told you guys months ago, and you guys said a month ago, and you guys all said I'm lying. But I told you he was gonna. I knew about that from his manager. I knew he was gonna take that career path. That's why I kind of forced it. And now, like, nobody's going to be on my side until you guys see me well trained. And then when I'm well trained and the videos come out, sparring, all that, then you guys will be like, okay, why is HS not taking the fight now? This is going to get a lot of views. And then he's going to just do these boxing shit. Like, it's so cringe what he did, bro. I didn't make HS, bro. Don't ever say that, because he's known for scamming his audience with crypto. So that looks like I'm a part of that. I've never scammed my audience. If anything, I do resent you guys for how much free I've given you guys over the years, but that was my mistake. I didn't know you're supposed to paywall the genius parts of your advice. Yeah, ban the guy saying Kosovo, Serbia, because look, I'm going to be honest, bro. This is not an Albanian position. Serbians started 3 wars, and then they just lost all 3. Like, if you're going to start wars, you got to, you know what I mean? Like Bosnians don't like him, and Croatians don't like him. And all. What are the chances the guys who all argue, Bosnians, Croatians, Albanians, what are the chances all 3 team up against you? It's like, clearly you're doing some fucking Zio shit. And Milosevic was put in there by Jews. And then the Jews also wanted to split up Kosovo. But it wasn't that big of a deal. And the truth is, back then NATO wasn't. Now NATO, they're wearing dresses. We gotta fix NATO, bro. By the way, I hate the tanky position of NATO is just satanic. I think even Nick and Haas, they have that position. Bro, it's about fixing NATO, not deleting it, you know? Or taxing the shit out of European allies. How about that? Like what Trump did? That's a better strat. What's your favorite Albanian meal? Ooh, damn, I'm blank. I hate questions like that because I blank. Favorite Albanian dish? Serbian esophagus cooked by NATO. I don't know. Barack is the obvious choice for most people, right? Clinton was a real good guy, huh? Look, I'm not going to lie, bro. Bill Clinton was my favorite president up until the leaks and Trump. And then I found out a little too much. But I'm not going to say he's not an effective president. I mean, he dropped it to like 4.55% unemployment rate. He was effective for a blue team. But yeah, we'll fix it. Oh, this guy's going for mod, reminding me to fix my posture. Oh, hell yeah. Are you scared of Gary? I'm not afraid of no one on earth, bro. When you believe in Christ, humans look like so pathetic, bro. Like, here's something that'll blow you guys' mind. A Christian with weak faith is pretty much heavily, not all the way, but heavily immune to black magic. Did you know that? The problem is when you get into magic and learning about that stuff, you start getting paranoid of what's happening to you or what's coming through the TV and stuff. And the paranoia weakens your faith in God. You're focusing too much on evil, and then it starts harming you. But I like calling them clueless Christians. Those Christians who just don't worry about nothing except the Bible, family, and career. And the career is connected to the Bible somehow, or at least in a charitable way. Yeah, those guys are kind of invincible. Like when people say escape the Zio Matrix, there is a lot of white Christian neighborhoods that look like they're totally free. They have big backyards, they're countryside, but close enough to the city. And They can say slurs and they're too rich to be harmed, and usually they have good relationships with everyone, so they're just like, yeah, evil just doesn't affect them. Like they're still in the system, but I love when people say stuff like, "No, we YouTubers are more watched than CNN now," and like it's not even close, bro. Stop it. Like if Fox News wants to do like an event, they get like 25 million watchers. Like guys, mainstream media shapes our society. It's more important than money. That spellcasting is more important than money. Trust me. Like if you could give me one power, I wouldn't choose money, banking. I would just choose mainstream media, and I could start a revolution in like a week if I wanted to with mainstream media, right? Like if you gave me CNN and Fox News and put me on in front of the whole American population, and I just said this, aren't you tired of every piece of media you look through spitting and pissing on Jesus Christ, your Savior? And Americans will snap out of their into Christians. They'll be like, yeah, I'm tired of it. But they're so and lazy that, you know, like, to be honest, you guys did digging to find me. If I was on mainstream media, you wouldn't have to dig. I would just be right in your face. That's why it's like the realest people are here, but the real people don't change the world, bro. We got to get on Fox. We got to get on all that. You're afraid to leak the real stuff because of paycheck. What? You know how much illegal shit I've done? Leaking? Like, the only stuff that's not fully leaked is the stuff that would probably get me arrested. I wish we could put humans on a lie detector test and ask them who is the free speech king, Zherka or Andrew Tate, just to see the scores of deception and how fake people really are. You know? Like, I'm gonna be honest, bro. I shit on Sneeko. I shit on Tate. I shit on these guys. And mine's methodical. It was a step by step, right? Gain fame, more, boom, boom, boom. And now I'm peaking. I think I should pull back a bit. Why didn't you talk about Massimo? And I'm not gonna lie, dude. I'm the first person to do the Rome thing. I'm the first person to do the Vatican, and it's the same reason I don't talk about rabbis by name, is I cannot remember the names. Like, have you noticed when I talk about top rabbis, I'll tell you their business so you can find them, but I don't remember names. Like when Massimo family, like, bro, you expect me to remember all that? I don't do my speeches like the other political guys where they're like, they have notes and shit. I'm just going off what like I'm never going to remember. If you say the names, I'll copy paste you. But those Italian names are so hard to remember, right? All I can remember really is Epstein and Weinstein. That's it from the JQs. Dude's ego is so large. My ego is large because I'm genuinely a genius. Like, I started reading a year ago and I'm already internationally known as one of the best debaters online. You know how hard that for theology and all the tough subjects, people get 10-year master's degrees to get 5 viewers doing what I do, and I'm at millions. This is I beg you guys to try and do what I do with the Bible and see how many viewers you get. I'm telling you, the only people who ever tell me I'm a genius are scholars who've mastered the Bible and they've got master's degree on the Bible. And then they go, oh shit, your packaging is just perfect. Like the youth is going to eat it up. The 40-year-old guys who watch Die Hard are going to eat it. Like literally, my Christianity is branded for everyone to boost my viewer count, but only the core to come with me, because I'm not selling, hey, the woman belongs in the kitchen. This is Christianity. No, doghouse. And guess what? We're going to her too. Okay? She's barking a little too loud. Yeah, our Christianity is real Christianity. Like, we don't fuck around, bro. You know what I mean? This is real shit. No one, 8 billion people on earth. No one has a channel like this. This is free speech. It's comedy. We're not beating anyone. It's just comedy. Pussy Eater says you are not a Christian. Okay. No comedy right now. I'm the only Christian channel on earth besides Nick. The rest don't even believe in it. For them, it's a fashion statement, political statements. Right? I can even make the argument that I'm the only... Dude, I get punched in the face being a Christian in public. Like, I do this. You know, I'm the only crusader on earth. Fighting muzzies, they blow up, bro. If you punch them too hard, they blow up. Bro forgot Tate was the most Googled man on earth. Tate's dad was a CIA linguist. If my dad was a Fed, pretty sure I'd have better algorithm connections than my Masonic brother. I'm kidding. Tate is boring as f. Yeah, I still remember when my chat used to tell me, react to him. And I'm like, I don't have the attention span, because people who loop and say the same stuff over and over again are salesmen. I can't do it. I need to start looping more, because that's why I'm saying the craziest shit this week is because I've ran out, bro. I'm literally, they're gonna lock me up for, I've pushed the free speech to a place that it should not be right now. It's like I've pushed the over 10 window and I'm spawning copycats, but they suck at it. So, by the way, if you copy my content but you're pushing Christ, I will never attack. Even if you shit on me, I'll never attack your channel. Look in my history. I've never, ever attacked. I can make fun of an ally, but if you're pushing Christ, I can't even make a little joke. I'm as loyal to Christians as Nick is to me. Like, when I came on the scene, Nick's like, I love this guy. He's a Chad. He's this. And everyone's like, yeah, he's on coke. He's this. And Nick has this clip. Someone find it on Twitter. I'll mod you. He had this clip on his chat. He has like 8,000 viewers peeking, and he just starts talking about me, and he goes, well, where in the Bible does it really say you can't do cocaine? I mean, this is just all ambiguous stuff. And when you look at the research, it's not like, hey, and the stuff that, and I'm like this, just denounce me. I'm clearly around. Just denounce me. And he wouldn't do it. And I'm like, what? So if I baby, Nick is going to be like, yeah, well, where in the Bible exactly? Like, the guy is so loyal to, that is the most loyal political art. That's how I know he's actually a Christian. I'm like, man, he just, if it was the other way around, I'd be like, yeah, no, I don't think Nick should be doing blow. But he's a good Christian. I would have done something like that. He just went all in. I was like, what the f-? And when I told him about it, he just laughed with his chat. They're all dying laughing. I'm like, wow. You know, I know I'm loyal, but I got to be that loyal. Like, he's like willing to get crazy written about him, because not for what he said, for what Zherka said. That's crazy. I'm going to be real. How do you like Americans so much? Bro, Americans are the rulers of Earth. No, they're not. Well, listen, USA, spam USA in chat, man. Everyone on Earth loves the US. Microphone game, got you. Here's the truth, man. US has a dark shadow that I love to expose, but US is the only fighting chance on Earth. Without the US, it's slave system. That's the truth. Okay? Europe is horrible. Asia is useless. Muslims are bought out. South America got their own economic issues. It's over, dude. This is it, baby. This is it. This is the last. Yeah. Yeah, I love Americans. Yeah. I chose this a long time ago, but I'm in the right side of history. For sure. For sure I am. And what I like about Americans is this is not really an insult, but they can be turned, you know? Like, you know how many American atheists I've turned into Christians? Like, it's not hopeless. Imagine, I always talk about 1,400 I converted my first week, um, which is weird because a lot of you guys were giving me your like high school information. Like, don't do that. It was good, so it's not like spam, but it was also like you guys are giving a little too much. Like, yeah, I'm not going to do anything with it, but you guys should definitely never contact an influencer with your name, high school, all that life story, and then say how you became a Christian. It's like a little too much, bro. Like, assume I got hacked and all that leak. Like, the bro? You guys saying slurs and shit in those emails? Are you saved by faith or works? What's the difference? That faith alone argument will never make sense to me because the whole Bible is about Jesus doing actions, good deeds, and teaching us faith and praying. But like, how are you not getting the Bible, bro? Catholics got it right. How does everything lead back to Jesus? It's simple. Do you want the dinosaur timeline of history or Genesis? Scholars, billionaires, Freemasons, bankers, they all go by a timeline of 6,000 years of Earth. Especially, I'm talking about the sages in Israel, the rabbis, the rebbes, they go by 6,000. 5, 6, whatever. So if the rulers are going by a timeline of history of just 6,000 years, and you're going on the timeline they gave you with dinosaurs and all this stupid shit, yeah. And here's how you should see it. If everyone on Earth believes in the original timeline with dinosaurs and billions of years, blah, 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 everyone on Earth got vaccinated, and everyone on Earth, search up average IQ. It's going to terrify you. The average IQ is almost like at an animal's level or a retard. And the average IQ is a dinosaur believer, alien believer, evolutionist, Darwinist. That's why I sound crazy, is like I'm saying the truth. That's why people freak out. You don't believe in dinosaurs? No, I don't. The one I had the most trouble dropping was of. Appreciate that. You burned bridges with Andrew Schulz. Yeah, I know my manager and my whole team got angry at that because DJ Academics texted Andrew Schulz, you got to get Zherka on the show. And he said, yeah, that guy's crazy. Definitely got to get him on. This is like when I was in New York this year. But I'm too loyal, bro. If you attack Myron, you attack me. That's it. Period. End of story. I can delay my success more. I've done it for so many of my homies. I've done it for Heel Mike with the 8 and stuff. I'll never, ever have that weird feeling where I'm like this. And then Myron feels that like, oh, this bitch. Hell no. And I'm gonna tell you the truth. I love Heel Mike. He wouldn't do the same for me. Not at that the way I do it for him. I love I love a lot of people. Appreciate that. I love Fresh from Fresh Fit, but he wouldn't have my back 100% like I have his. His would be like 70, 60. I love a lot of people. Sneeko, not only Myron has ever like 100% been. Bro, I can't tell you how many people. Myron doesn't ban them from Fresh and Fit. He just doesn't like them because I said something bad about them and he forgot I said it. But listen, man, the closest brain to mine is Myron's. If you cut out my reckless behavior and shit, it's I can't even imagine what I would disagree with Myron on, right? Like there's nothing. Um, like when I met him, I was like privately, I told him, I'm like, you're a little more soft with women than me, though. And then we started talking, and nope, we're on the same page. Well, I should say that. No, Myron's. Thank you, man. I appreciate you, bro. Get him in the Discord. Roll this guy up. Now check it out, dude. Someone said Myron's pro-choice. I can't have it all. He's 99% good. Yeah, I think that's gonna change too. You know, I think I think Myron will not be a spiritual political guy in the future, but he will defend religions hard. Just like 99% of right wing channels like mine, they defend religion, they don't believe it. They defend it, but they have faith. They have faith when they're live, but when they're offline, there's no prayer. There's no. I'm just gonna say tick. Like I have a Christ tick, where maybe every appreciate that. Let's go. I have a Christ tick where like every 10, 20 minutes of my day, whether I'm up 22 hours or for whatever, every 10, 20 minutes a day, I will do like a 2-second mini prayer just to delete any evil that I just thought of. You know how you have evil thoughts? To expel it. And no. Done. Just text me, bro. Yeah. You know how you have like intrusive thoughts? I for years, even when I was a Christian, every 5-10 minutes since I was 21 years old, anytime I have intrusive thoughts, even before I was, all that, I always would either say it in my head or whisper it, God is great, and this is to dispel that thought. And it's creepy though, because like I'll be on dates with girls and be like, what'd you say? Oh, sorry. Or like I'm driving with the girl and then I'll, fuck, get that out of my head. Which has worked great for me because I've had like a lot of positive, I've had only great things happen in my life. I've manifested only great things. And then when I have great things, I manifest very dark shit because I don't feel I deserve it because I have that Catholic energy where I have to whip my back with the whip. Like I'm half black. Like, ouch. No, like Da Vinci Code shit. No, my brothers aren't flat earthers, but they don't dare debate me. If I pull up clips of, did you see that thing I posted on Twitter where the astronauts are all floating in the International Space Station and everything's floating around, but there's a cup of water they forgot, and the water's, it's not congealing into a gravitational ball. It's just flat water, and it got like they up and then they deleted it from NASA.gov, but we already have it archived. Like it's so hilarious. There NASA bloopers, bro. I have no idea how it took Sneeko a year of me yelling at him to become a flat earther, to become one. I became a flat earther within the first clip I saw of a NASA blooper. And in the blooper, the astronaut panicked. And I'm a bouncer. I know panic when I see it in people's eyes. So I was like, oh, there's no way this is real. And when I saw 10 bloopers, I was like, oh, shit, nobody's up there? Why not? Can't they get up there? And then Eric Dubé said, every picture of satellites are fake. And I Googled it. I'm like, what the f? I didn't notice. Why didn't I? I used to always wonder, I'm like, why don't they just use real footage of Mars? Like, why don't they ever use any real? I used to always ask myself. I used to watch everything on space. I used to spend like, I knew Europa's oil lakes in the moons of Jupiter, and I knew everything about space, bro. and I was shit on Christianity because space made more sense. But after like I grew up and I'm like, there's still no real footage. Like, what are those probes do? What kind of photos are they sending? And then I'm like, wow. I'm just glad as a teenager I was never a moonlander. Like that one's just so obvious, right? Yeah. So yeah, yeah, no. The worst part about being a flat earther for the first year or two on the internet was um it was everyone accused me of being a Christian. That's why I'm a flat earther. I'm like, nope. And they're like, okay, are you religious? I'm like, nope. And they're like, so why are you a flat earther? Because it's in your Bible, isn't it? I'm like, nope. I'm a flat earther because of the scientific method. 6 experiments, Michelson, Morley, to prove the earth is in motion, all failed. Curvature has never been recorded at any altitude. I know what a fisheye lens is, so I know when the earth looks real and has that roundness, I know what a fisheye is. Like, I'm not an idiot. And yeah, the curvature thing is huge for me. And then the thing that solidified it most was, who's a flat earther in chat? Remember when you first, I think 2017-18 is when it leaked. Remember when we first learned about flight trails? Like, remember when, as a flat earther, when you first saw how planes fly on maps? That was traumatizing. When, like, when you compare how planes fly on a globe versus on a flat map, the plane's just doing exactly what it's supposed to do. Just go to the destination, straight line. Just like how. But on the globe, it says that the plane goes all the way up, then all the way down, and then this is how it looks. Doot, 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 doot. And it's like a way longer route to get to a shorter destination. But on a flat map, it's like, doop. I was like, what the yeah, and I'm surprised. I flew to, I think, over 15 different states, or not different, no, 15 states in 2023, and a bunch of other places, cities, all that. And I'd fly from city to city sometimes in a bigger state. And so I had maybe a billion chances to talk to airplane pilots at airports or airplanes. And I never did it once because I'm afraid at airports. I'm really afraid that they like ban me. I don't know. I'm paranoid. But I'm going to start doing that. I'm going to talk to every pilot when I'm traveling next year, and I'm going to start humiliating them because I'm just going to start with the gyroscope, right? And airplane pilots are not dumb people. Like, if you go up to an airplane pilot and say, at what altitude do you see curve? They all do this. Well, because they know, but if they come out as flat earthers, they lose their jobs. Like, imagine, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to fly. I'm a flat earther, by the way. Everyone would freak the fuck out. The guy's wife would leave him. You'd lose your whole jaw. Like, people would be afraid to, like, they're not dumb. They're not, but they all notice shit. They go like this. Go on the Discords and find out how many crypto airplane pilots are flat earthers, like undercover. Like, they can show you credentials, but they won't give you name. They can, on a call, you can ask them all the hardest questions. They'll answer perfectly on the hiring process at an airport, everything, commercial flying. They can answer everything that they're not supposed to. And a flat earther pilot that's retired will check if he's lying. Dude, there's like a Discord of like 400,000 airplane pilots that are flying that are undercover. Like undercover, like closeted flat earthers. I was like, what the and so I'm thinking there's like millions who just don't talk about it. It would be like a bad political position at your workplace, I guess. You get fired for that position. It's kind of like that. Well, it's worse because it's like a safety issue too. Yeah. Here, this is the way you should see it. all the crypto fascists who have $20 million at 19 years old, these guys exist on the internet. They donate to me and a bunch of other people. And most of them are just black-pilled trolls that just, here, Zherka, here, have $20,000 crypto, right? But they're all flat earthers. They don't believe in any dinosaurs or any of that. These are like the genius insults. Then Andrew Tate Tristan, Nick Fuentes, Zherka, Sneeko, and every single chatter, you guys, Aiden Ross, every 100,000 viewer chat are globalist globetards who believe in the globular heliocentric model. So what are the chances the guys making the money at the top are flat earthers and you guys who have minimum wage jobs believe in a globe? Like, you see how knowledge is power, my name. Like the guys with the knowledge, even if they don't admit it outright, you see how unfair it is? Like, all the guys you watch are flat earthers, even if they don't admit it. Mohammed Ajab, behind the scenes, he will never admit it because he's a career guy. But to me, it's like, come on, bro. Like, you one Google search at ericdubay.com and you will never believe in dinosaurs and aliens again. That guy is insane for red pilling people on that. It's too bad that he's he's into Eastern mysticism. I actually had an interview with him, and I'm pretty sure I fucked it up, or I don't know who fucked it up. He was supposed to be on, and I was going to interview him, and it never happened. And he said it was my fault, but I'm pretty sure I woke up early. I don't know, but you guys got to flood him. If you want that interview, say, I'm always down. That guy's the guy who red pilled Eddie Bravo. Eddie Bravo didn't make a strong argument for me. It was funny. But when I clicked on Eric Dubay, I was like, whoa. Like, his content was insanity. And then a lot of people try to, like Mark Sargent. And I like them, but not so much. They weren't as aggressive. They were more like talking too much, I guess. You know, Eric Dubay was just laughing. He had Neil deGrasse Tyson set up a debate with Eric Dubay on Joe Rogan. It was going to be like the most watched thing. And Joe Rogan set it up, and then someone called Neil deGrasse Tyson, I guess, and said, don't do that debate. And he pussied out of the debate. And it's all on footage, too. And then Joe Rogan's like so embarrassed that Neil deGrasse Tyson pussied out. And then Joe kind of makes fun of him. And then Joe got a lot of backlash, and then Joe said it's stupid. Don't talk about it, flat earthers. Joe used to be a moon landing skeptic and denier, actually. And now he's all for the moon landing because he's Elon Musk's friend and he's rich with Elon. Guys, who was in my chat when we watched live Andrew Tate versus Hassan Piker, and Hassan cornered him because he knew he's a flat earther and said, do you believe that the earth's a globe? And Andrew Tate was buzzing and trying to sell his course, Hustlers University, and he starts getting really uncomfortable. And then he said, well, it's round because I went to space. I had the money to go there. And I was like this. After defending that for months, I was like this. Dude, you're like number one on the internet, bro. You can say it. And he pussied out, and I freaked out. My chat was dying laughing because they just wanted beef and shit. And then I said, okay, we got to forgive him. One more time, I forgave him. And then the porn stuff, I learned a little too much for Tate. I still remember making money shitting on Tate every day. And my team was like, yo, you're really good at this, but why did you stop? And I said, because I accumulated so many Tate haters and converted them that they kept spamming me as photos. Like, Zherka, look, he did another scene. And so when you get all this fucking, I don't watch porn, so I'm not used to this. I'm just seeing Tate everywhere. I literally said, yo, he's an ally. We're done. And I locked it, and I locked my Twitter comments, and you guys can't send me those anymore. Because it was like, I've never been flooded so much for pics in my life. Like, I think I know every centimeter of that cat. This guy. Bro, why is that guy's name in chat? You got dropped in caps lock. What the fuck is. How can humans be that evil? You made a whole new account to chill with me? I should. You're so lucky I'm in a good mood, bro. And I'm the kind of guy that if I like you day one, I'll never ban you. But any other, I'm usually cranky. Any other day, I would have perma-banned that. And you are a dirty human being, bro. Hold on. I gotta do something. Present for you guys. Christmas miracle. Okay. All right. Yeah. Coffee's getting in there. I'm waking up, but I'm noticing something, bro. I'm not used to my chat going that slow. You're not on Jesus gang if dude, I'm that streamer that when it goes faster, I go faster, I go smarter, I leak more. I guys, don't do that kind of chatting here, bro. I'm even reading right now. Like, don't. Where do you think you are, bro? And the guy who said hire me, bro, get in my DMs and chat in January. I'm hiring like maybe 45 plus people. Like I only have my team is 5 employees and one partner. Like it's or two, I guess. Yeah, yeah. Like guys, we're gonna have a bunch of new staff for everything I got planned. Do you need any editors? Uh, Not right now. And not right now. Zherka, do you think that the whole universe? Well, no. This is how simple it is. Okay, Earth is the just like all ancient cosmologies have said. The guys who build pyramids with acoustic and magneticism and technology we don't even have anymore because we're on a slave system. We're not on like a Tesla free energy system where he said you can get infinite energy. It's called solar energy from stars. And I'm like, whoa, I'm like, dude, these guys figured shit out. But obviously, in a free system like that, the power can shift easier. And so, if you want to have power and be the ruling class, you got to have people pay bills, electricity, and the electric grid system. It's not just to tax the shit out of you and your wallet. It's so you don't go anywhere. That's why you lose connection in the mountains and wilderness, and they cramp us up in cities. That's a control tactic, right? That's that's exactly how you control people. Like you would do the same thing if you were the ruling class. And people who think like, oh, what? But they have so much power. They it's not like they're threatened of us. No, dude. It only takes 1,000 men to start a revolution. It takes one day, right? That's why the January 6th stuff is so big. Because 1,000 people who are radicals, they radicalize billions of people in a day and topple empires in less than a week. That's why the ruling class needs more and more. It's not like what Andrew Tate says. They just love control. They just want to absolutely own you and humiliate you. It's not really that. It's that if they don't have absolute control of us, then it's a slippery slope. It's not like a percentage. It's not linear. It's waves. Like, oh, look at January 6th, boom, Christian nation, right? That's how it's always been throughout history. And yeah. Or the biggest fear is a lot of times ruling class satanic elites, one billionaire player will actually come back to God and shift shit. And usually they do it later in life when they're old, like Trump, when they're built up some guilt of being kind of, a badass. Like Trump spent his whole life as a capitalist and said, no, no, no. This shit. Like when he got sick of money, he started doing things his way. We had those 2 years of Trump that was Brexit, everything beautiful internationally happening. And then 2 years of a different kind of Trump that wasn't really our like raging bull. Yeah. So the Vatican stuff and the Zion stuff. Uh, but again, he's still the best. Like, does Trump have the biggest ego on earth? Okay, yeah. Can an ego be controlled if it's that big? No, it can't. Even if it's controlled, it lashes out. It just gets angry. It's like me. I'm throwing millions of dollars to my face, and my team's like, don't do it. And I'm like, and they're like, what the f, Zherka? And then I say that word and this word, and they're like, what the f? Because, dude, as soon as millions came to my face as I'm becoming internationally famous, as soon as I start talking to big wigs and suits and ties, I get in Zoom calls, I start getting that energy of they want to work with me, they want to make money with me, but they cringe when I talk. They think I'm a radical, they think I'm extreme, they gotta soften me up. And then when I'm in business meetings with people who I know would report my channel, but the only reason they're here is because they want to make money off me, I feel really threatened. And I go, oh, I'm surrounded by rich snakes. You know what I mean? And then I start lashing out, and my team then says, like, oh, I don't want to work with Zherka because, he's pedomaxing now. And so, yeah. So that's why Trump is so good, that even if you think he's not your guy, he has lash outs that push the Overton window, and then Zherka and Nick smash through it, and then, oh, it's too late. And then how the ruling class behaves then is they try and control the opposition by going, okay, fine. Nick's brought too many Christians. Zherka has mobilized them into some free speech terrorists, magazine. Okay, give them a TV show. Give them a Christian channel just to control that one, because they know once it grows big enough, you have to lead the opposition. You can't. And then Nick and I go like this. Yo, should we just compromise with these? Just get the TV channel and then go crazy on the channel? Okay, yeah, let's do it. We get on the channel, we start going crazy. They cut our network, they cut our funding. That's how it usually goes. You compromise with evil, then you go. And most Christians are going to, I'm not saying that's Nick's plan. I'm saying that's like how I see how Trump moved up the ladder. And I'm sure Nick sees that's how Trump moved it up. Right? But 99% of Christians on earth will always look you in the eyes and say, no, 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 you never compromise with evil. Just stay home and be Ned Flanders. And it's like, okay, but we did that, and look where we're at. Christians have never been more demoralized. Your way didn't work of getting married and being chill. It didn't work of having a family. It didn't work. Actually, if 1 million Christians don't have babies, I don't even give a fuck. As long as they're Nicks. If we have 1 million Nicks, I don't give a fuck if you don't have a family, bro. I think there's bigger problems at the, you know what I mean? I would take that trade any day. I'd be like, hey, we got the birth rate's going down anyway. I'll love that trade. Fuck it. Let's take a big hit on birth rate to have some white cis kind of guys. Thoughts on gay scandal in U.S. Senate? Yeah, Nick and I have already done a whole stream together on this. 75% of Republicans, office Republicans, are homosexual or bi or very tolerated. Like, we'll go to parties. Don't we don't even have to ask about the degenerate Democrats. Yeah, both sides are completely LGBT pro homo Satanists. Make no mistake about that. Like, yeah. Zircon ADHD, how can I fix it? Well, there's two types. Are you attention deficit hyperactive disorder clinically, which very few people are, or is it trauma based? Like, for example, a lot of kids will come will be normal students, but at 4 p.m., their ADHD triggers for the rest of the day, and they just can't, and they don't know why, but it's actually a trauma from when they were younger. Their dad, let's say, they'd come home from school at 4 p.m. and their dad would yell at them, scare them, or beat their mom, or mom and dad would be fighting over finances and throwing shit and crying and blah blah. And so those triggers, when your tiny mind can't absorb it, those triggers last forever, really. So for the rest of your life, you have a trigger at 4 p.m. and you just can't focus and stuff. But that 4 p.m. clock shift is psychically tied to your subconscious mind. And your subconscious mind downloaded the information forever. And that's 90% of ADHD, right? Has Train invited you on the next Scuff podcast? Of course not, dude. Look at what I've done this year. Like, I'm never gonna be invited to any of those kind of things. Like, you forgetting what channel I'm running, bro? Like, these people got lives, man. Tommy, are you sure? A lot of people are telling me to take that because they're like, the reason you're taking so long to heal with your shoulder is because you f***ed it up twice at 260 pounds, which is very rare because all the medical information is about 155 pounders or average Joes dislocating, but dislocating at this size is way different. And people are like, you could take this, was it peptide? Yeah, some aminos and shit. And apparently it's like magic. And I saw it was like a $50 bottle. I'm like, there's no way a $50 bottle is like, but all pros use it. Really? And you could take this orally? The stem cells, I would throw 10 bands right now, but the wait list is terrifying, bro. It's like, it's a huge wait list on that shit. Okay, I'll do it. I'll do it, yeah. Contact Dead Hexer if you want to help me with that stuff. And Derek More Place for More Dates told me to do that too. I remember 157. Yeah, he texted me a week ago. It's like, you're taking forever to heal, bro. Because I'm like, hey, it's been 30 days and I can't lift higher than this. And the first time around, I could see myself like at least lightly kind of punching, but I'm like, this one is fucked up. All right, we're not talking about that now. Switch topics to what we were just talking about. We're not talking about healing because I'll get in a mood and turn the stream off and I'll get angry and shit. You got to remember, these streams I'm doing lately are kind of like Christmas gifts to you guys. That's why there's no marketing behind. I'm not selling anything. It's kind of just like keeps us both, got to keep the brain going. Can't just lay down. Yeah. Oh, right. The advice of I always give strong advice that doesn't sound like fortune cookie that Andrew Tate gives. The advice of the day, life-changing advice of the day, my fortune cookie to you, please eat this with a piece of dog, is becoming a millionaire is just figuring out your recipe to combat brain fog, period. That's it. I swear there's no such thing as stupid people when they fix brain fog. Like, if you can't get creative or can't get an idea going, go for a 2-hour walk, get exhausted, and for some reason, your ideas start flowing like butter, and then your goes to bed at the same time. No! If you're flowing like butter, crack Red Bulls, stay up all night, stay up 2-3 days. If you're flowing, do not take your little melatonin that you guys take to go to bed. No successful person actually does the sleep schedule stuff when they find their genius flow states, bro. Nobody does that. It's stupid. I don't care if it damages business the next day because those ideas are going to add on to the business $10 million extra dollars. Ideas. Remember, your ideas are not yours. You have a stream of images that pours into you when you wake up and you either left swipe or right swipe. Should I watch porn? Should I smoke weed? Right? So that stream of images, first of all, don't ask where it's coming from. But I think half of it is devilish, and the other half is devilish if you're atheist. So both sides will be devilish if you're atheist, and if you have faith, then it's half-half. thoughts on Project Bluebeam. Look, dude, I don't do mainstream conspiracies, even though that one is not like a phony one. Uh, we're in 2023, and look at Bluebeam. The only time it would happen is, I guess, next year, and that's this last chance, or else it's been scrapped from their agenda. But bro, I only focus on true conspiracies: black magic, LGBT Satanism and rituals, geocentrism, and that's it. No aliens, no dinosaurs, no blue beam, nothing you'll see on YouTube. It's not, that'll never be my brand. Ever. Like, that's just to get, people do that to get views. Like, I'm not gonna lie, dude, I can get 10 million viewer YouTube video if I become an alien guy. I used to love aliens. Aliens get so many views. Everyone loves aliens, right? And until you find out that they're just Mexicans. That's the only extraterrestrials. They're a little too extra. There's no green men, bro. Right? Where are they? What the fuck? And debunking aliens is so easy. Ancient aliens, so in entertainment, Fox News, CNN, mainstream media. If mainstream media and entertainment, Hollywood, if they all agree on something, it's fake. So Fox News and their rival CNN and Hollywood, kind of like rival, I guess. Those three, what do they all have in common? They all love aliens. They all love dinosaurs. They all love evolution. They all love fake nigga. They're all the same. It's not what Andrew Tate tells you. Like, Andrew Tate says this. This is what Andrew Tate says. He goes, it's all a sham. It's all a lie. They're all in on it. They're all Democrats, Republicans. They're all the elites. They all work together. No, they don't. Think of a mafia dinner table that rapes and murders each other's wives every few months when there's a chance, because they are ruthless, not just with money, but with their narcissism. Is like, if 9 mafia guys at the table of elites don't like one dude, that is dead. So that has to compromise with these 2 powerful guys and 5 other Jews. Yeah, because it's either Jews at the top or Caucasian white guys like Bill Gates that will do whatever the they say just so they give Bill Gates more souls to like kill. Well, not, you can't kill the soul, but the flesh. So yeah, that's how you should see it. Is like families that work together, but they're so bloodthirsty that every few weeks on a certain zodiac alignment, when they're charged, when it's their elemental advantageous calendar position, they'll take all the wealth of another, and there's no police you can call at billionaire level. Like, you can't say, hey, Epstein stole money from me. He's got kids on that island. Like, the police won't go, right? The head of all chiefs of police are Masons, and they know better. And even if a police is a good guy, it's just, he just thinks of his family and what they're going to do to the family. And dude, mafia kills each other for like $1,000. Billionaires wipe out countries to preserve their wealth. Like, dude, if you're a millionaire, I'm in a lawsuit. If you're a billionaire, you don't have 1,000 lawsuits or 500 lawsuits. You have 100 of those lawsuits trying to kill you, right? So, who has more money, chat? You or me? Okay, I have 5 billion, Zherka, and you have 10 billion, chat. Who has more money? Go. Oh, hey, chat, you have 10 billion and I only have 5? No, I'm Zherka and you're a I have 10 billion. Excuse me, that's bad math, right? I'm not sparing you. It's 15. Boom! Yes. The violent man is the rich man. It's not the rich man. You understand how greed works? Hand in hand with wrath and lust to blur away from God judging you. Oh, I'm just going to drink it. Do you understand how this works? And it's all the sins up there. Like the sloth is the soul nourishment for God. They won't do. They'll be lazy for that, but ruthless with everything else. Like Tate, ruthless with everything, but he won't do soul nourishment. He won't do anything for God. He'll just do it for money, money, money. But where he's sloth-like is that, it's one day it's going to bite him in the ass. Tate looks pure because you compare him to Logan and other influencers, but they're really the same shit, dude. Like, your bar to compare people should be the Nick to who's the biggest sellout, Ethan Klein or that Mike Rapport guy or whatever. What's the bar? What's the biggest compromised shill channel? Hassan? Hassan. No, Hassan would be here. Aiden's closer to us, bro. He's like, Aiden's middle, and then we're furthest right. Yeah, and guys, you got to remember, like, I have a lot of new guys who are political and intelligent, but they don't understand how I'm a right wing free market hater. They're like, "What are you, a communist?" Well, chat. Why do we hate the free market? Like, come on, I've been saying this for years. The new guys are the DMs they send me on Twitter is embarrassing, bro. I don't know why they're not up to speed. Chat. Why do we hate the free market and capitalism? Why do we Republican capitalists and liberal capitalists like Joe Biden? Because degeneracy will come up on top. That if increases the viewer count, then children are watching on Twitch. That's a free market, right? But in a Christian market, sorry, Zherka, you can't make money with those. Sorry, you're banned. Get the fuck out of here. You're literally showing to children. Like, most of Twitch is 13-year-olds watching naked right now. It's crazy. Yeah, money in itself is satanic because it comes with a motor of greed, and that motor never stops turning, right? That motor never stops turning. Tate said men should pay for everything. That's true. You should pay for everything and have lordship over her. Have a house over her. Like, I'm not gonna lie, dude. If you have roommates, your bitch, not your bitch. Like, you need to have lordship. And the hard part is, nowadays, to have a house means you're like at the countryside. Like, nobody wants to be there right now. And like a house in the city is like a house in the city plus a car. That's a millionaire. So girls say, I just want a cute guy who has a house and a car. And talk about a city millionaire. Like, are you stupid? Like, as soon as I got property, I'm like, oh, it's time. And my brother's like this. What did you think you were going to do? No. You're going to get renters and you're going to save up for a second piece. Because it's 95% of millionaires are made through property. I'm like, what? I don't get to be an adult? They're like, no, nigga. What the f***? You trying to come out on top or not? I'm like, this is so stupid. But you have to do it, like, you have to. What's Myron's at, like 10 properties? It's like 10 plus properties. Doherty's at like 17 properties. He's crushing this game. Like, he made like millions off those girls and gave them 50K each. Like, he's so good at what he does. I never thought Doherty's the negotiating type, but when I was beat up, I sent, it wasn't my manager, but I trusted Gary. So I sent Gary to him. Well, Gary just went up to him. And then Gary's like, yo, Zherka's a good Christian. Like, he's going to give you a bunch of free content, but I don't that. You're going to pay him to be there. Like, Zherka's the type of guy that if he's having fun, a couple hours pass by and, oh, he's been at your house for 7 hours and he's just preaching the gospel and he's not worried about, oh, he did 2-3 days for free at Doherty's house and got Doherty to 20K viewers for 2-3 days. And Gary's like, bro, you're using my boy. You're going to give him this much. And Jack Doherty, I've never seen Gary lose. But Jack Doherty stayed on call for 2.5 hours. I didn't even listen to the call. I didn't even know he was talking to Doherty until the guy who hates Jack, which is Gary, came out sweating. And he goes like this, holy shit, dude. Zherka, I got you 8K. I couldn't do 10K with this kid. I'm like, for who's the kid? And he's like, Doherty, you're not going there for free. You're not Santa Claus, bro. This kid got a kick deal out of you. And I'm like this. Wait, what? He's like, yeah. I couldn't do the 10K, bro. And then I looked at my messages and he told me he's gonna do it. I was like, oh yeah, I appreciate that, but I've never seen. He lost to Jack Doherty, and then he leaned back like this, and he hated him, kept calling him out. But he's like this. The first time he leaned back like this, and Gary's like this. Gotta respect that kid, man. Gotta respect that kid. I'm like, you hate him. He's like, I've never in my life done a 2.5 hour call and lost out $2,000 on negotiation for like a 7 or 8 hour appearance fee. And I'm like, man, you lost 2K to a child, $2,000 to a child. And he's like, he's good, bro. He's intelligent. And I'm like, I never thought Doherty's intelligent. Like, that's the one skill he has is because he's on 3 Adderalls. Like, okay, but can I get Zherka for? But is he going to be like on all the girls? Like, because all the girls got to be. I'm not gonna lie though, I've never in my life had a more intelligent business partner than Doherty. Like when I tell Doherty, yo, fix this, make your channel more straight. It's a little. First of all, I know you're not Christian, but it's a kick audience. This is the W community. We don't fuck with that. Look at Aiden's. Look at that. Like Aiden turns them, but the chat really wants to be straight. And then he starts listening, and things start going right. And basically, Doherty is like he doesn't argue. He just does it. Where every other streamer has to learn the hard way, right? Like chat, how many times have I met a streamer and they don't really fuck with my energy, and then they see their viewer count explode, and then Zherka, you should get on my next podcast. And Doherty right away knew. He's like, oh, we're going up. Like he's just he gets the content thing. The only thing I don't like about Doherty is that he he has a death wish, right? He has a death wish. He wants people to like kill him, and it's like him and Neon. Without that death wish, they don't have content, which is kind of sad. Also, Neon only apologized for that Trump stuff. You see his apology? You know why he apologized? Because of the Secret Service and shit, or else he would have never apologized. That's the truth, right? Because they make your life a nightmare. Even Hillary Clinton's Secret Service right now, even if she's in not active, if you go do what he did, bro, this is not a good idea, bro.